I think coming in as a preparatory meeting for a World Economic Forum for the Europe, some of the issues that come to my mind are: is Eurozone really one? Is Eurozone recovery sustainable? And will the growth momentum continue through 2011 and 2012? Will lack of cohesive policies mean Europe will take its rightful place on the global stage in shaping the future? Ultimately, what we are seeking is a uniformity, a predictability, a sustainability. Again, I would like to go back and try and give you a perspective. Uh, the first perspective is that Lisbon Treaty came into effect only on 1st of December 2009, and frankly the impact is not felt, and if there is any challenge or if there are any improvements, they are not really visible. The overall, the European members, including the newly expanded countries, I believe have not been able to reach the consensus. I do believe that Greece is still a challenge, uh, though I'm conscious that the consent has been a key word in ratification of the treaty signed in 2007. It is obvious that Europe is being divided into strong countries and not so strong countries, and this is a threat to the stability of Europe, particularly from the economics and the political point of view, and overall the stability of Europe. So, Lisbon Treaty has established new offices of the President of European Council, overall the High Representative for Foreign Affairs, and a clear security policy, but I don't know whether it will be able to influence many of its challenges. So, again, the big question is Europe one? Is Europe like a multinational body? Or the leadership of Europe, various leaders of the Europe, do they visualize themselves as leaders of common market or a leaders of common currency? So I do believe that Europe will do well. Europe has a right to think big. Europe is an important part of the global industry, but I still would like to advocate that Europe needs to rally together. The member countries need to rally together so that we all benefit from with a stronger Europe. I think an easy part is stability of euro. World over, we are still coming out of the major financial crisis, and we all realize that a strong euro will help the whole of eurozone. Yeah, though some of the exporters in Europe may like to believe that a stronger euro is not in their best interest, but so let's take few facts. Europe's recovery has been slow, and the forecast for growth is marginal, 0.7% in some countries, 2%, 1%. Now, the fact is that today, as I've already said, Europe is not one country. Europe has to, preach and practice a lot of inclusive capitalism. The Europe 2020 plan, talks about Europe becoming a thought leader, a technology leader, particularly in green industries. We talk a lot about improving higher education, but I think it's not the European Union which will achieve that. It is the member states, it's the countries that have to overall boost the employment rate, boost their expenditure in research and development, and boost in development of intellectual manpower. So I do believe that there is a desire, but where the challenge is to get the euro to become stronger and for the member states to become equally aligned to the objectives of making euro a stronger currency. let me speak from overall a global business point of view. The capital flows from where you have high abundant capital to where the capital is required. The skilled manpower goes from where it is abundantly available to where they can serve a need. Similarly, an intellectual capital, whether it is in skills or whether it is in IPR or whether it is in processes or whether it is in terms of technology, flows where the needs are good and that it is economically viable to get those skills or capabilities at the right cost. I still see from a business point of view, we still need more clear and open policies regarding immigration across European Union. I think we need to start getting a simplification of the cross-border taxation. And overall, I would say is that overall the labor laws, can be very, very tough. Luxembourg, France and Germany, which could probably be in a driving distance and you could be able to cross them within a day, the labor laws change dramatically. So I think we need to have a certain level of consistency, a certain amount of sustainability, and overall, we need to make European Union easier to do business with. And overall, it requires that they themselves remain connected and they become better connected to the global world. So overall, yeah, if there is request, the request is uniformity, transparency, collaborative, and be a little more accommodative. We need to create win-win propositions for all.